making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. Oh my god, I feel like I've abandoned you guys. Like what? Guys, I've been extremely busy. I want to get into the death of what I've termed as the death of the illegal foreigner propaganda against the EFF and against the CIC. We are definitely witnessing the death of that propaganda. The reason I'm saying that we are witnessing the death of that propaganda is because I've seen many people come out. I've seen Cyril Ramaphosa come out. I've seen the DA come out. I've seen the DA come out as an organization. Sivwe Gwahobe came out as the Minister of Education, saying that Operation Tutula, whatever they do, they must play away from the schools. Minister of Police must arrest them. Now, what triggered this video is because I'm seeing a letter this morning from the Umngeni, from the office of the mayor, the Umngeni local municipality. That's where Chris Pappas is the, what is he? I don't know if he's the mayor. He's the mayor. That's where Chris Pappas of the DA is. I haven't heard from him in a while. Yeah, so Chris Pappas. Talking about, I'm gonna read this letter from you guys, but talking about apparently, I don't know if MK party went to visit. I've seen a lot of videos here on social media where the MK goes to places and they remove foreigners. I saw them chasing away people from the checker scooters. So I want to read this letter because this is what triggered this video. But I've seen Floyd Shivambu when he was addressing his members. I don't know if they're doing like a training or something. I don't know what they're doing. But he was talking about how the behavior of Abu Tutula is barbaric and that one he does not support. I actually saw someone here on Twitter who was a staunch supporter of Floyd. He wrote something about he's disappointed. Wara. My argument has always been, we most of the time discuss a lot of things that the EFF has said, that the CIC has said. We don't discuss, okay, fine, Julius Malema has said this, but what is your party saying on this stand? Because most of the time we're just discussing what CIC has said, but what is your stand of the organization? Because these organizations don't communicate their stance. They don't come out clear as to where they stand with what is being said. And their members go around having their own narrative or their own understanding of what they think the organization is saying. And it's not saying that. Same as the MK. This is my argument. Just before I get into deep, this is my argument with the MK. No journalist has ever interviewed Jacob Zuma and asked him, what is your stance on illegal foreigners in South Africa or foreigners in South Africa? Should they go? Nobody knows what he says. Nobody has interviewed Judge Hlophe. MK has never released a statement to say we condemn Operation Tutula or we stand with Operation Tutula. Right? So you get other members saying, oh no, they must go. I was listening the other day, I made a video when Jacob Zuma was in Ghana with our shop. The way they was preaching one unity, one currency, one president. They were preaching such. And if you are preaching one currency, one what, you cannot be on the side of Uguti. They must go. But the thing is, these organizations, they don't communicate their stance. That's what I wanted to say basically. So just right as we get into it, I want to ask, is this the death of the illegal foreigners propaganda against the EFF? Is the EFF just surviving right now another propaganda? I even posted on TikTok and I said, everyone kept on saying, we want to take the EFF. The EFF will go to 1% of what they're saying. Wara. So now that the DA is also coming very strong against Operation Tutul, I am yet to see you push the same energy. Ukuthi, we're not going to vote the DA. The DA will get 1% in the next elections. I want you guys to push the same energy. Bring me the same energy. Bring me the same energy. I posted about this. Tell us that the DA is going to get 1%. Floyd has come out. Tell us that Floyd Shivambu, that party that is building, you're not going to vote for it because he has announced his stance. Musi Maimane has spoken out. Tell us that you're not going to vote for Bosa. Ramaphosa has spoken out. I even made a video. Tell us that these parties are all going to get 1%. You're going to vote for him and oh, I don't know where Gaten McKenzie, if she's still saying about Hambi. So again, it proves that you guys don't stand for anything. You are biased. You hate something because it's said by Julius Malema. You see, even the media, whenever anything is said that's got to do with foreigners, that includes EFF, they push that propaganda. They push it so bad. But now that everyone else is coming out saying their stance, why is this narrative not pushed in the media so that people can see that other people are also speaking out? They're also giving their stance. Why is the media not pushing that as they would push it if the EFF has said? You see? Anyway, so the reason I came to make this video firstly was to share that letter that Chris Purpose has read. I want to read that letter. I'm also going to attach the clip of Floyd Shivambu when he said Uguti, the behavior of Operation Tutula is barbaric. And I also want to read that tweet from this guy who said, I'm so disappointed. Exactly, Gemdasekai. Exactly. So yeah, let's get right in. I'm so glad that CS is such a leader with a backbone, because when the propaganda is pushed about you, it's so easy to fold, you know, and you get pressure inside your own organization as well. Could you let go of this thing, man? You know, I was even saying just before I play I read Chris Purpose, I was even saying, Ubana, I am so glad that Floyd Shivambu is opening his own party, because now he is forced to stand by his own stance. He can no longer hide behind CIC now. He had a choice to stand against Pan-Africanism, to stand against foreign nationals in South Africa, or to support. He had to make a decision. He can never hide now behind anyone. And now that he's finally making his own stance, now ninte qhamesh. Injalo mtasekhaya. Injalo. Okay, now let's get right into this letter written by Chris Purpose. Okay, so now let's get to the letter. It says here, Councillor Christopher Purpose. I think actually Christopher is a councillor, he's not a mayor. But this letter is written from the mayor's office. So it says here, Dear Umngeni businesses, subject notice to Umngeni businesses. I am writing to you following reports of recent visits by the MK Party, a registered political organization. Please note that it is not lawful for any political party to visit businesses and interrogate employees regarding their immigration status. This authority lies solely with designated state institutions, including the Department of Home Affairs, the South African Police Service, and the Department of Employment and Labor. While political parties may raise concerns to lodge complaints with their agencies, they have no enforcement powers in matters of immigration or labor compliance. It is important to emphasize that all workers, regardless of nationality, are entitled to rights and protection under the Constitution and the Labor Relations Act. Questioning or intimidating employees by unauthorized parties may constitute a violation of their rights to dignity, privacy, and fair labor practices. Furthermore, businesses are under no legal obligation to disclose immigration or employment records to a political party. I'm not gonna lie, ndifuna babanjwe bonke kuzophuma ishori le. Now that's what I want. Ndifuna babanjwe. So that, you know, one thing that I always say even on my TikTok is that South Africa is governed by law, not by emotions. You can't just do And the sooner the people get that and realize that, I want them to bafumane a reality check. I want them to get a reality check. So of course Chris Papas here are the businessmen who what they are doing, they have no right, the MK party there. It's not even members of parliament, it's just the random members of the party going around chasing people. They have no right. And so he even goes as far as saying, Chris Papas, they have no obligation to disclose their immigration or employment records. So the subject of foreign nationals, particularly those who are undocumented, is likely to become increasingly politicized as the next local government elections approach. Several parties, especially those adopting populist or nationalist position, are expected to exploit this theme in an attempt to gain support, particularly amongst the unemployed. I'm also not on Chris Papa's side or the DA side, because now they understand that this thing is politicized, and that people are gonna use it to try and get votes, warawar. And when everyone was coming against the EFF, no one wanted to defend them. You see, no one. But now Chris Papas is protecting his business people. But fine, it is the subject of foreign nationals. Oh, okay. This is the part where he said he's saying it's gonna be exploited. So it says that. Then he says, that said, no political party has the right to intimidate you, your employees, or disrupt your operations. Business are strongly encouraged to, number one, open a case. Now he's advising them on what they must do. Number one, open a case with the SAPS against any political party or representative that attempts to intimidate or disrupt, that attempts intimidation or disruption. Number two, record incidents by taking photographs and videos. Number three, share the evidence, including a case number, with my office. Number four, immediately call SAPS when or if any political party arrives with unlawful demands. Please note, then please note, without formal cases being opened, there is very little that the law enforcement agencies or the municipalities can do to intervene effectively. Finally, I remind all businesses that employing undocumented or illegal foreigners is a criminal offense under the South African law, and compliance with immigration and labor legislation remains your responsibility. No one has ever said to Mama, go people that are undocumented or illegal. But that's why are we witnessing Betunan? Are we finally witnessing Betunan the end of this propaganda being directed to the EFF? Because this has been in for the longest time. Are we finally witnessing the death of this propaganda? Anyway, let me play you the recording of Floyd Shivambu. Nimvuba watin uthe wathini yena xa ethetha ngelantos xa ethetha ngo-Operation Tutula. Oh,
Africa Maibuye movement will never associate with those who deny other people access to basic human needs. Such actions are profoundly inhuman, barbaric, and betrayal of our African ethos and Ubuntu. To withhold food, shelter, and medical care or dignity from any human being, regardless of origin, is an abomination that revives the cruelties of apartheid and colonialism, where people were treated as disposable. The other position.
So yeah, that's what Floyd Shivambu said. And also we know that Ramaphosa as well spoke and said this thing must stop, whatever. So, and the DA as well spoke out and said Minister of Police must intervene. Now, I think another thing that I'm interested in, and I'm glad that Chris Papas is advising his people, I want the MK people to be arrested, so that it forces the organization of MK to communicate their stand. Yabo? Because once their members start, because the members are doing their own thing, yabo? They are doing their own thing, but I want them to be arrested, videos, and then kuvulwe cases, so that the organization is forced to communicate their stand and their stance on this. Because as they are supporting Tutula, they are not supporting Tutula. All we know is just the members on the ground are doing their own thing. So mababanj. Anyway, guys, well, that is my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. If you don't know who I am, my name is Isabella Pelwane, and no, I've been gone. I've been extremely busy, guys. Things will settle down once I get back home. So I just have 1 more month to go here with this project. So yeah, guys, subscribe to this channel. Let's meet in the comment section. Are we witnessing, guys, the end to the propaganda against is the EFF about to survive another propaganda? Wow, another massive propaganda. Wow. Anyway, let's meet in the comment section. Support the channel. I don't know if I've introduced myself, but my name is Isabella Pelwane. This is Simple Politics. This is where we share our opinions. We discuss everything politics. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you think this is gonna end, because this is interesting for sure. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.